Good evening. Thank you for watching Policy and Prejudice. My name is Chris Stevenson. This fall is a very pivotal election coming up. It's a midterm. Don't think it's just a midterm and it's not important. This is just as important, if not more so, than the '94 midterm elections, the so-called angry white male midterm elections. What you have here is the angry whites midterm election this year. So November the 2nd, 2010, vote Democrat. Black people have a very pivotal role in this election because in 14 states, blacks have enough power to make the difference in 20 voting districts. So they can't say that their vote doesn't matter. No black, especially in the South. Most of these states are southern states. So black people don't have an excuse to say, well, you know, my vote don't matter. Doesn't make a difference. Yeah, your vote will make a difference. That's a little bit different in New York State. New York State, blacks are in a different position. A lot of people across the country have been watching something that they haven't seen, that old school people haven't seen since the 1960s. That's the Freedom Party. That's an all black and Hispanic party. I should say mostly black and Hispanic party. That is kind of like an extension of the old Mississippi Freedom Party, led by Fannie Lou Hamer and several others. This party is led by Charles Barron, its founder, Eva Doyle, Lieutenant Governor. Now, some of you are probably thinking that would it split the vote, the Democratic vote, if you vote for the Freedom Party? Considering that you have Andrew Cuomo and Robert Duffy running also, and on the other hand, you have Palladino, the Republican nominee. What difference does it make? I know personally, I did stories regarding Robert Duffy's police crew back when he was police chief in Rochester years ago. That was that was the worst time period probably for blacks since the 80s. A lot of questionable police shootings of black people, police incidents. I remember the Bernard Davis situation. Bernard Vandy Davis was shot during a drug raid. No drugs were found on him, and then drugs were found. Duffy even added that there was weapons around. The initial report by the police was there was no drugs or weapons. That makes Duffy a cover-up artist at the very least. You don't want that type of individual in Albany. You have also the situation regarding, I think her name is Deborah Connor. Deborah Connor is a sister, I do believe, of back then was the head of the Rochester Nation of Islam. I don't know if he still is. But she was run over by a cop. It was a hit and run incident. And this officer turned out to have a record of abuse, a long record of abuse against blacks. Duffy covered up for this also. This is very bad stuff. Between Palladino and Duffy and Palladino, where can you go? Where can blacks in New York go? Vote the Freedom Party. Freedom Party also has the Honorable, our own Miss Eva Doyle. She's columnist, educator, historian, author. At the very least, it's going to bring this can bring great change for blacks. I don't view this as much as a protest vote. I don't believe in voting out of protest. I expect for all of my candidates to win, plain and simple. So all I'm saying is don't believe the hype. Don't believe in this new trend going around of scapegoating Obama. People going so far as to lie on Obama and blame him for the things that he is not responsible for and blame his health care. People threatening to shut down companies because of his health care, even small businesses, which are getting a tax, which gets tax benefits and other benefits due to this health care measure. Don't fall for any of it. My advice to you is to read the health care bill very carefully, as a matter of fact. Learn from it and learn the difference between what people on the street are saying and what actually is taking place. I look forward to seeing you out there voting on Election Day. This is Chris Stevenson for CLB TV. Thank you for watching Policy and Prejudice.